Welcome to another Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union broadcast of Lumberjack basketball. Join us as we bring you the action live from the court with Tim Parrish. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Lumberjack sports sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Now for the countdown to tip-off with Tim Parrish, and go Lumberjacks! And welcome, Lumberjack fans. Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium as we get set for a non-league matchup today. Your Lumberjack boys hosting the Kendrick Tigers. The Kendrick Tigers are the defending 2A state champion, so it's going to be a pretty tough game for the boys tonight, but we'll see what they can do against a defending state champion here this afternoon at Lumberjack Gymnasium. We got kind of a little bit of a shortened pregame, got things going a little bit later than I wanted to. JV game is ongoing right now, and it's a tough one for the JV boys against the Kendrick JV. It is 51-21 in favor of the Tigers against the Lumberjacks for the JV action here tonight, or this afternoon, and they've got just under 5 minutes left in the fourth period of play. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back after a word from our sponsors with our Senior Spotlight. The Senior Spotlight tonight features Xavier Sloper. Or not Xavier Sloper, JJ Yearout.
Nothing comes easy. Every day, every dollar, every decision. So your finances should work just as hard as you do. With a free Ascend checking account from P1FCU, you can earn real rewards for the work you're already doing. No gimmicks, just better banking. Because around here, dividends are for the doers. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's. When you think of Potlatch-Deltic, you might think logs or lumber. When I think about Potlatch-Deltic, I think of family, community, compassion. You see, Potlatch-Deltic is more than some company in St. Mary's. Potlatch-Deltic is a community supporter in more ways than one. Whether it's donating to a fundraiser or nonprofit group, or giving a high schooler a summer job that could very well turn into a career, Potlatch-Deltic is there for our community. We, for one, want to thank Potlatch-Deltic for what they do and hope that you will also. Potlatch-Deltic, proud supporters of, well, St. Mary's.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Idaho. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSAA and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Well, well, well. Are you in need of a reputable, experienced, and knowledgeable well drilling and pump company? Look no further than Interstate Drilling and Pump. Interstate Drilling and Pump drills new wells, deepens existing wells, installs and repairs pumps, and does well testing both for water quality and gallons per minute. Interstate Drilling and Pump has 24-plus years of experience and serves from Moscow to Rathdrum and the Silver Valley. Well, what are you waiting for? Get on their schedule today. That's Interstate Drilling and Pump, 208-245-5101. 208-245-5101, Interstate Drilling and Pump.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at 18 on our block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau Insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life. Plus, they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's. And it's time for our senior spotlight. And today's senior is JJ Yearout. We want to thank you for talking to us, JJ.
Yes, thank you for talking to me.
So let's get things going. What sports do you?
I play basketball, as you can see. I also do track. I'm a very fast runner, so I like doing that stuff too.
Which sport is your favorite one and why?
I definitely say that basketball is my favorite sport. I just love the flow of the game. Love how I just love seeing a basketball go through the net. That's definitely my favorite thing.
What has playing sports taught you?
Playing sports has definitely taught me like how to get along with teammates. It's also showed me how much like competition is out there. Like I've traveled definitely a lot of places and seen there's a lot of competition in this world. So you really gotta be pushing yourself.
What's your favorite thing about playing sports?
My favorite thing about playing sports is definitely the competition. I just love really getting one-on-one with everybody. Sometimes like talking trash a little bit. So,
what's one of your least favorite things about sports?
My least favorite thing is definitely losing games. That mental state definitely sucks. Like it's always better to win a game. In track, I just hate losing matches. Like going through, running, getting second place, always the worst feeling to be the first loser.
Do you have a favorite pro sports team or player?
My favorite sports team for football, I'm definitely an Eagles fan. We got a lot of Bama players that go there, and Devonta Smith would definitely be my favorite player, winning Heisman. Yeah, he's definitely a hell of a player, that's for sure.
What are your goals this year on and off the field or the court?
My goals this year, I'm definitely looking to go down and win state. That'd be amazing. We lost our streak last year for our state titles and stuff like that. So I'm definitely wanting to push for that district title, get back in the game. We're coming back hungry this year.
What about school goals?
School goals. I'm not really sure. Like, I guess that just kind of depends on how it's going on the day, I guess.
We're talking with JJ Yearout for our senior spotlight. We'll take a quick break. Back with more.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So Les Schwab Tires makes my job easy. With services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Those cheap tire centers just throw on tires. That's it. Now, I'm not telling people how to do their job. Linger. I'm just glad Les Schwab takes safety as seriously as me.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing since 1952.
It's in Park, right?
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those lumberjacks.
If you want the best, you hire the best. Top Grade Roofing and Construction has over 25 years of experience and is licensed and insured. Top Grade Roofing and Construction can and will build just about anything. Need a deck? They can do it. Need siding? Yep. How about a fence? Of course. I mean, Top Grade Roofing and Construction might even build you a chicken coop if you ask. That's Top Grade Roofing and Construction. Call Vince for a free consultation at 208-269-3111. That's 208-269-3111. Top Grade Roofing and Construction. Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night, or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet, to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time. Hugh and Margie Gannon of St. Mary's are proud to support the Lumberjacks and this Lumberjack Sports broadcast. The Gannons want to wish the Lumberjacks the best of luck this sports season and want you to know that they are proud of you. The Gannons say, "Go Lumberjacks!"
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings, but it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
And we're here. It's our senior spotlight. We've got JJ Year Out. JJ, what are your plans after high school?
Plans after high school, I'm definitely going to play college basketball at a higher level. I love watching that. I definitely want to be a part of that someday.
Where would you like to play?
It kind of depends. Like, I'm really big on trying to stay home. I don't know. I've been talking to a few coaches. Kind of just depends on the flow. Yeah, I definitely want to stay close to home. That'd be really nice.
What is your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject in school is definitely would be welding. I'm really big on that. I love fabricating stuff, making stuff. It's just my thing now. So.
Who's someone that you look up to?
I really look up to my grandpa. He's been there since day one. Never really had a father figure in the picture, so he's definitely stepped up and done that for me.
Do your teams have a nickname for you?
They just call me JJ. My real name's Jordan, so JJ is definitely just a nickname for me.
I learned something about you.
Exactly.
What is your most memorable moment?
My most memorable moment would definitely be going down to state my freshman year, getting third place. Yeah, it kind of sucked that second game that we played, but man, it was really fun being with all the seniors.
Who would you like to thank?
I'd love to thank like all my coaches, especially my travel coaches, Coach McLeod. I like to thank my grandpa, my mom, everybody that's paid for everything for me going sports, playing, traveling, all that kind of stuff. Like to thank pretty much everybody in my school. Peen, he's definitely pushed through opening the gym and stuff like that, even when my coaches can't open it. But yeah, I'd say I think a lot of people. I know I'm missing some, but I definitely will show that a lot more on senior night.
All right, JJ. Well, we want to wish you good luck in the rest of your high school career and beyond. And again, thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, thanks for talking to me.
This has been our senior spotlight with JJ Year Out. We'll take another break and come back with more after this. Jack Buell Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses. And most importantly, people. Jack Buell Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Buell Trucking.
Sometimes accidents happen. You never thought it would happen to you, but it did. Where can you turn for that friendly hand of support? Jack's Pharmacy is your good neighbor pharmacy in St. Mary's, where you'll find personalized care. Whether you need crutches, supports, wheelchairs, or even a hospital bed, Jack's is here for you. We service both Medicare and Medicaid. If you need durable medical equipment, come to Jack's, your good neighbor pharmacy, where you'll receive personalized service and attention.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benawa, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium, and I'm not sure if our TikTok stream is working. It shows that we are live on TikTok. I'm not sure if my audio is getting through to it. I'm not sure if it's going out well to the masses on TikTok because our cell phone or our internet is not being very friendly to us here in the gym this afternoon. So if you are in our TikTok stream and you can hear us talking, please let us know. But otherwise, we might shut it down in a little bit, and we'll see what happens. Anyways, this is the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off as Lumberjacks get set to host the Kendrick Tigers. Taking a look at the Central Idaho League standings, the Orofino Maniacs are 1-0 in league play. They are 4-0 overall. They beat Kellogg 56-52 last night. They will be playing at or hosting Lapway on the 17th. The Lumberjacks have bumped up to the #2 slot in league standings, right? Or not league standings, but overall standings. The Lumberjacks are 1-1 overall, beat Potlatch 44-33. They will be at the Greg Larson Memorial Tournament at Rockford, Washington on the 19th and the 20th of December. The Priest River Spartans are 1-1 overall, beat Newport 54-52 in their last game. They will host Grangeville on the 13th, which is today. And Grangeville is 0-4 overall. They lost last night to Nez Perce 64-61. They are at Priest River today. And the Kellogg Wildcats have dropped to the bottom. They are 0-1 in league, 2-3 overall. They lost to Orofino 56-52. They will host Wallace on the 18th. And that has been a quick look at the Central Idaho League standings. We'll take another break and come back with more after a word from our sponsors.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
For all of your area high school sports schedules, updates, and recaps, including Lakeside, Kootenai, and of course, St. Mary's High School, pick up your copy of the St. Mary's Gazette Record every Wednesday. Not only will they have game recaps and highlights for area high school sports action, but local news and information. St. Mary's Gazette Record, pick up a copy today. The name says it all. Taco Bout It. What is it, you may ask? It's the best taco truck in town. Might even be the only taco truck in town. If you like tacos, and who doesn't, then you need to stop by Taco Bout It, located at 128 South Highway 3 in St. Mary's, across the street from XXX Feeds. Taco Bout It has too many tacos to list, so you will just have to try them all. Call in your order 208-582-8533, or just stop by. Taco Bout It, located across the street from XXX Feeds in St. Mary's. When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjacks.
If you know which side of a saw cuts wood, and if you can hammer a nail, you can do it yourself. Carpentry, construction, finishing, or framing, around here, you've got it made. You've got 10th Street Lumber. At 10th Street Lumber, we have the answers to your building and repair project questions. Every day, 10th Street Lumber helps homeowners get quality results. For lumber, block, power tools, fixtures, everything you need for a professional job. Don't pick up a nail until you shop 10th Street Lumber. 10th Street Lumber on the corner of 10th and Railroad Avenue in St. Mary's.
Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium, just under 10 minutes until the action gets underway here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Taking a look at the around the league or around the area in high school sports. Looking at the Lumberjack girls basketball team, off to a tough start this season. 0-3 in league play, 0-5 overall. They lost at Priest River 37-28 on Thursday. They will be at Wallace on the 18th. In wrestling action, the wrestlers are at the George Wild tournament in Kellogg. That started yesterday. After day one of that tournament, the Lumberjacks set in third place. Kellogg was in second, Sandpoint in first. The Lumberjacks had 7 into the semis and 8 wrestlers into the consolation side of the bracket. So we want to wish them continued luck and continued success today in Kellogg. Lakeside, the Lakeside boys are 2-0 on the season in league play, 4-0 overall. We didn't find a score from the Coeur de Christ game last night that they played, but they do host Timberlake on the 18th. The Lakeside girls are 1-0 in league play, 4-2 overall. Their only losses come against Timberlake. They actually lost to Timberlake last night or the night before, 51-19. They will be hosting Wallace on the 16th. The Kootenai Warriors, the boys, are 1-2 in the season. They beat Genesis Prep 56-28. They'll be hosting Kootenai Classical Academy today. And the Kootenai girls are 0-2. They lost to Lake City JV 37-12. They are also hosting Kootenai Classical Academy today. That's a look around the area in high school sports. Let's take one more quick break. We'll be back with more of the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to Tip-Off after this.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oakes at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oakes a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255.
Fall is coming, and of course, cold weather. Now's the time to stock up on a few things. XXX Feeds has magnetic wood pellets in stock, and it's never too early to be ready for the cold weather. XXX Feeds also has alfalfa in stock as well as straw. And if you have some four-legged woodland friends that look a little hungry, XXX Feeds can keep you loaded up on deer feed and deer blocks. Don't wait until the last minute. Stop by XXX Feeds in St. Mary's today.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Idaho so special? They do. You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
St. Joe Oil isn't just a fuel delivery company. They provide a much larger service than most people realize. St. Joe Oil can sell you a brand new Toyo oil stove and install it for you, and also keep your oil tank full. Not only that, St. Joe Oil plays a very critical role in our local industries. From logging to farming, St. Joe Oil keeps the fuel tanks full. From heating oil to off-road diesel and everything in between, call St. Joe Oil 208-245-2123. That's 208-245-2123. St. Joe Oil.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you, and they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. It is the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off. Probably going to shut down our TikTok live as I'm getting some feedback saying that it is not working very well and laggy and jumping all over the place. And our internet signal here inside the gym at St. Mary's High School is not very good. I think we've had a couple of good ones here from our gym, but it's not working very good this afternoon. So I think we're going to call that one, and we're going to see if we can get a better internet connection. Maybe use the school's internet if we can next time. So with that being said, we will come back to our pregame show. The Lumberjacks played against Potlatch on Thursday. They came away with a 44-33 victory over the Potlatch Loggers. I think that game really probably could have been about a 15 or 20 point difference in the end. And the main reason I say that is I really think that the rims at Potlatch play a big factor in that game, or played a factor in that game. And I've talked to a few players, talked to our coaches, and they all agree they don't really like the rims and the hoops in Potlatch. But St. Mary's doesn't normally miss as many three-pointers as they do, and they went 2 for 20 from three-point range. And if you're not really knowledgeable, I'm not sure, but there are springs in those rims on the backboard, where they're hooked to the backboard. There's a spring in that little box right behind the rim, or a couple of springs. And from my understanding, if your springs are too stiff or if they're too soft, it can really play an effect on how the ball reacts when it hits the rim. And I really think over the last few years playing at Potlatch that their springs are either pretty soft and they just don't fall, the ball doesn't fall quite the way you expect it to, or something like that. So I think St. Mary's probably could have beat Potlatch by a little bit more, but they just couldn't get mainly couldn't get their three-point shots to drop on that evening. No excuses, though. I mean, it was a win. A win's a win. St. Mary's shot better than they did from the free throw line than they have in the first game. They shot 73% from the charity stripe. So overall, a win is a win. It's a good game. St. Mary's gets their record to 1-1, and today they are playing against a very tough Kendrick Tiger team that is a defending state champion. Speaking of the Kendrick Tigers, they are 2-0 on the season in league play, 4-0 overall. They beat Kamei last night, 66-17. They are averaging 71 points per game while giving up only 32 points per game to their opponents. So a very solid squad on this season. And like I said, defending state champs, they only graduated 2 players last year, Wyatt Cook and Brock Boyer. Returning players with honors, Hudson Kirkland and Rowley Rotzzander. Now, I'm going to call him Rowley most of the game because I don't want to butcher his last name too much. But Hudson and Rowley were both first-team All-League last year for the Tigers. So they return Rowley, he's a senior. Nathan Twite, he's a senior. Colt Kep, he's a senior. Cade Silflo, he's a senior. Maddox Kirkland, who's a junior, and Hudson Kirkland, who is a sophomore. Some incoming impact players that you should keep an eye on tonight: Nathan Kimberling, a junior, Travis Hicks, a senior, and Landon Sneeve, a junior. The Tigers are coached by Steve Kirkland in his second season. He was an assistant coach at Skyview. That is some of his previous experience, and Columbia. His assistants, Drew Eggers and Lane Clemenhagen. The record for the Tigers last year, 20-7 overall, 8-4 in conference play. And the Tigers have 7 state titles going all the way back to 1944. The most recent, 2023 and 2025. So the Tigers, like I said, a very solid team. and going to be a tough team tonight for your St. Mary's Lumberjacks. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with starting lineups after this.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
Whistle Stop Coffee and More has come a long way from the little shop on Railroad Avenue. How far? Not only did they upgrade their Railroad Avenue location, they added a second location. That second location for Whistle Stop Coffee and More is on 313 St. Joe River Road. Both locations offer tasty drinks of coffee, Red Bull, or Lotus Energy, and food options, from acai bowls to cookies and delicious bagel sandwiches. Whistle Stop Coffee and More is the perfect stop for a quick bite and a drink on your way to work or school. Whistle Stop Coffee and More in St. Mary's. Does your furry friend need a bath? Don't want to deal with the hassle and the mess from bathing your furry friend? Make an appointment with Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop today. Barks and Bubbles, located at 402 North 10th Street in St. Mary's, will have your furry friend looking and feeling like $1 million in no time. And guess what? No mess at home, no scratches, and no getting soaked from head to toe. Let Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop handle the work. Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop also offers pet boarding. Call for an appointment today at 208-245-5755. That's 208-245-5755. Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop in St. Mary's. There's a new shop on Main Street in St. Mary's. It's a gift shop. It's a home decor shop. It's a jewelry shop. It's a shop of bare necessities. Bare Necessities Trading Company is located at 822 Main Avenue in St. Mary's and has just about anything you could think of. From rocks and minerals to specialty foods, knives, and handcrafted soaps and lotions, there really is too much to list. So stop by Bare Necessities Trading Company today and pick up a gift, something new for your house, or a cup of coffee. That's Bare Necessities Trading Company, located at 822 Main Avenue in St. Mary's. It's the 12 Deals of Christmas at the Country Fair on Main Street in St. Mary's. And the savings are big, like 40% off all Columbia and 40% off all camo. Whether you're starting or finishing your Christmas shopping, you'll find gifts, gear, and stocking stuffers for everyone on your list. Plus, tons of in-store specials you'll have to see to believe. Come check out the selection and the prices. You won't be disappointed. The Country Fair right on Main Street in St. Mary's.
Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Got the Pledge of Allegiance taken care of, and now we are looking at getting the starting lineups announced here for this ball game. We've got our Lumberjack starters basically figured out for you. And we'll get you the starters for the Tigers here in just a second. I'm not sure if we've got a little technical glitch going on down at the scoring table, or if they're just trying to get the starters figured out for. Looks like maybe they're having an issue with the microphone as they're trying to announce our starters, or the starters for Kendrick. Looks like we might forgo starting lineups with some technical issues. So for your St. Mary's Lumberjacks, the starters are going to be number 3 of Jack Parda, the number 4 of J.J. Yearout, number 5 of Isaiah Gustav, the number 21 of Landon Ribrick, and number 32 of Xavier Sloper. For the visiting Tigers, we got the number 4 of Nathan Twite, the 0 of Maddox Kirkland, the number 4... Oh, got number 4 already. Number 2 of Raleigh Rotzzander. Again, hopefully I pronounced his name correctly. Number 24 of Hudson Kirkland. And the number 1 of Cade Silflo. Lumberjacks in their white with green numbers. They'll go left to right on your radio dial. The Tigers will control the opening tip, but they will get called for travel right out of the gate. Maddox Kirkland had the ball and got the ball on the tip and apparently took an extra step, dragged his feet a little bit or something, and got called for a travel. So St. Mary's will inbound from in front of their own bench. Jack Barta will control it for the Lumberjacks. He works it down the right side of the floor. He's guarded by Kirkland. Kicks it to the corner. Give and go to Year Out. Year Out with the layup. No good. Oh, and they're going to call JJ with the foul. And they're going to get the Tigers are going to get the credit on taking the charge there. Slid into position just in time as JJ made his move to the rim. So the Tigers will bring it back the other way. Kirkland controls it, hands it off to actually, it was not Kirkland, it was Silflo. Now it's into the hands of Silflo. Up to the free throw line, gets around some defenders, tries for the layup. It's no good. Going to get the block shot by Ribrick, and I get Sloper the rebound. Sloper has the ball for St. Mary's. Swings it over to Gustav on the left side of the floor. Gustav tests the right side, tries the alley-oop to Ribrick. Ribrick, I think his shot might have been partially blocked. Kendrick with the rebound. Still no score, early first. Driving the lane, shot up and good. That is Nathan Twice scoring the first bucket of the game for the Loggers, or the Tigers. Gonna have a little turnaround jumper by Rib. It's no good. Rebound went to Gustav. Now they get it out to Barta. Barta sets up the Lumberjack offense. He works his way to the left side, kicks it to the corner to Gustav. Gustav looking. He's going to get it up to Year Out. Year Out near the top of the key. And what do we got here? We have a official. Maybe they blew a whistle for a timeout, getting JJ to tie his shoe, because I think he tied his shoe after they blew the whistle. Ball stays with the Lumberjacks. Year Out has it. Short corner left side. Gets around this defender. Works into the lane. Shot is up. Rolls off the rim. No good. Rebound goes to the Tigers. Tigers quickly the other way. Little fake. Going to kick it out to the corner. Three-pointer on the way by Dwight. It is short. Rebound to Year Out. St. Mary's going to turn it over the other way, though. Going to get a steal by the Tigers. Turnover by St. Mary's. Kendrick with the ball. Kirkland, Silflo to Raleigh. To the other Kirkland, sorry. Down to the corner. Silflo triggers the three. It won't go. Rebound goes to Gustav. St. Mary's will bring it the other way. Got two Kirklands on the floor. Hudson Kirkland and Maddox Kirkland. I will try to use first names for them for the Tiger fans. Want to welcome those in on the NFHS network. The ball is into, well, it was into Ribrick, out to Barta, now over to Gustav, then back to Barta, now to Sloper. He spins into the lane, gets double team, kicks the ball out to Barta. Barta with the three from downtown. Sloper with the assist, first lead change of the contest. St. Mary's leads it 3-2. Tigers into the lane, kick it out, three-pointer on the way by Silflo. His three won't go. Rebound was into the hands of Rib. Barta controls it, takes it right side. Going to get a screen up to the top of the key. Kicks it over to Sloper, right wing. Sloper into the lane. He's going to get bumped. Tries to throw up that shot to avoid getting called for the travel, but he does get the foul call, and I don't think they're going to call that as a shot. St. Mary's will inbound from baseline. That'll be Rowley's first foul for the Tigers. Each team with a foul apiece. Sloper looking to get it in, gets it to the left side to Barta. Barta surveys, got a couple of screens set up. He's going to work his way to the top of the key between the circles. Gets it over to Year Out. Year Out working on the right side. Year Out going to try to go down to the low post. Double team, kicks it out to Sloper. Sloper for three from the left. It's off the mark, little long. Rebound to the Tigers. Bring it down for the Kendrick is Hudson Kirkland. He works it right side. He hands it off to the number 4 of Dwight. Dwight has it up top, gets it off to Kirkland. That's Maddox. And he hands off to Silflo. Working the perimeter. They're going to get a short jumper from Hudson Kirkland. His shot won't go. Putback won't go. Rebound to Sloper. Lumberjacks take it the other way. Going to get it into Gustav. Gustav lays it up and in. St. Mary's leads 5-2. 3-point lead for the Jacks. 4 minutes to go, first period. Maddox Kirkland controls it for St. Mary, or for the Tigers. Going to get a 3-point shot on the way by Raleigh. It's blocked, I believe. Rebound to the Tigers. I think it was the block, I think, was by Year Out. There was a rebound to the Tigers, but St. Mary's is going to draw the charge. I'm not sure who it was that took the charge. The foul went against Maddox Kirkland. Year Out's going to get a breather. He checks out of the game for a moment. Checking in for him is Harold. Into Gustav. Gustav from the low post. He's going to spin, puts the shot up. It's good. Gustav with 4. 7-2. St. Mary's with a 5-point lead over the Tigers. Tigers have it top of the key. They swing it over to Twite. Twite, right, left side, right wing. No, left wing. Now into the low short corner on the right side. Trying to get some room is Twite. Shot is up, no good. He'll be fouled. Twite will go to the free throw line. We'll see who that foul goes against. It looks like it's going to go against Jack Barta. That is Jack's first foul of the contest. Both teams have 2 fouls apiece. That sends Twite to the free throw line for the first time this afternoon. 7-2, St. Mary's leads, 3:13 to go in the first. Twite a chance to cut into the lead a little bit. Leaves that first free throw a little bit short off the front of the rim. Twite lines up the next shot, takes a deep breath. Shot on the way. That one is perfect. Up and in. It is 7-3 Lumberjacks. Jack Barta controls it. Takes it to the timeline. Some pressure right at the timeline from Silflo. Gets it across. Works his way to the right. Picks up his dribble. Looks for an outlet. Trying to get somebody open. Sloper does come free. Sloper has it now right wing. Sloper hands it back off to Barta. Barta on the right wing. He's going to take his dribble. Oh, a little bit too high. Turns the ball over. Looks like he put a little too much mustard on that dribble. And they're going to get a layup attempt by Kendrick. It's no good. It was blocked by the Lumberjacks. I think Barta got a piece of that shot. Kendrick, though, got the rebound. And the Tigers knocked down a 3. That was Rowley with the 3-pointer. Lumberjacks making some substitutions. Brock Barta comes in for Jack Barta. JJ Year Out comes in for Sloper. 7-6, back to a 1-point lead for St. Mary's. Gustav controls it up top, hands it off to JJ. JJ, deep 3, just off the mark. Rebound to Gustav. Gustav tries for the putback. It won't go, but he'll be fouled and head to the charity stripe. That foul goes against Raleigh. That is his second foul, 3rd foul on the Tigers, and it puts Gustav to the free throw line, 67% on the season from the charity stripe. First free throw off the left side of the rim. He's going to miss that first free throw. Landon Ribrick gets a breather. Checking in is Marcus Speakman. Lumberjacks with 4 seniors on the floor right now, 1 junior. Next free throw on the way by Gustav. It's up and good. 8-6, St. Mary's with the lead. 2:23 to go in the first. A little bit of backcourt pressure from the Lumberjacks. Tigers bring it down the left side, skip it back to the top and around the horn. Still working near the timeline. It is Hudson Kirkland. He's going to drive into the paint. Spins around some defense. Shot is up and over the rim. It's good by Hudson Kirkland. Defense tried to get there and get some pressure on the ball. Still put up a nice shot that rolled right over the top of the rim. It is 8-8. First tie of the ball game. Brock Barta has it. Switches it over to Year Out. Year Out fakes the 3. Nice entry pass into Jackson Harold, who lays it up again. Year Out with the assist. Year Out got the defense to look for that 3 going, and Harold just broke from the left side down the baseline. Going to get the pass out the top of the key. St. Mary's lead at 10-8. Driving, putting the shot up and good is Raleigh. Nice move by him on the layup. Back to tie ball game. 10-10 with a minute 25 to go in the first. Going to get a pull-up jumper from Jackson Harold from the left short corner. It's up and good. 12-10, St. Mary's back on top. Or still on top, I should say. Tigers have the ball up top. It's Kirkland. That's Maddox. Long three triggered. It's no good. Gustav with the rebound for the Lumberjacks. Gets it out to Barta. Barta to Harold. Harold, right side. He's going to kick it over to Brock Barta. Brock's three on the way. It's in and out. Oh, my. That shot teased the whole crowd. Pop back out. Rebound to the Tigers. Coming the other way. It's the Tigers with a little layup. It won't go. Rebound goes to Harold. Harold has the ball poked away for a second. Still in the backcourt. Still having it tipped away. Gets it ahead to Brock. Brock gets it across the timeline. No, they're going to call the 10-second. I don't agree with that call because the Tigers touched that ball in the backcourt. I think that should reset the clock if I'm correct. I could be wrong, though. Gustav's going to get a breather. Sloper comes out. So Jackson had it into the backcourt, dribbled it off his foot, and one of the defenders for Kendrick touched the ball and knocked it away from him for a moment. I don't know if that counts, though, so don't take my word for it. And the Tigers are going to get a backcourt violation. As Hudson Kirkland got that ball in the front court and didn't quite realize it, I don't think, and stepped across the timeline. So turnover apiece there in that last 5 seconds of action. St. Mary's will inbound. Sloper and Ribrick have come back into the game for the Lumberjacks. As has Jack Barta. Lumberjacks have it. Harold has the ball up top for the Lumberjacks. They get a little bit of a weave. St. Mary's can play for that final shot as there's only 18 seconds on the clock. Sloper has the ball deflected. That ball comes off of the foot of a Tiger. St. Mary's will re-inbound from sideline, just between the scoring table and the Kendrick bench. 14 seconds on the clock. Sloper into the backcourt to Barta. Barta brings it across. Tigers look to be in a man. Barta picks up his dribble, swings over to Sloper right side. 7 seconds. Gonna have it to they had it to Ribrick, get it out to Sloper. Sloper for the pull-up jumper from about the elbow, and it's going to be blocked, but also he's fouled. So Sloper will go to the free throw line. The foul goes against Cade Silflo, his first, team's fourth, with 1.1 second on the clock. Sloper, I don't think he's been to the free throw line this season. Misses that first free throw. (12-10), St. Mary's leads. Give a little bit of a score update. I think I've not given that in a minute. 1 second to go first quarter. Second free throw off the side of the rim. It's no good. JJ tried for the putback. It wouldn't go, and that's how the first quarter comes to an end. 12-10, St. Mary's leads it. We'll be back.
When you've got to go, make sure you're good to go with St. Joe Potty Huts. From construction sites to community events, weddings to weekend gatherings, St. Joe Potty Huts keeps it clean, convenient, and odor-free. Local, dependable, and fast. Your restroom solution is just a call away at 208-245-4887. For clean units, quick delivery, and service you can count on, choose St. Joe Potty Huts. Serving St. Mary's and the St. Joe Valley. Call 208-245-4887 and keep your event running smoothly.
Listening to Lumberjack Sports on KOFE 1240 AM, St. Mary's, Idaho, North Idaho's classic hits.
And we are back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. The score 12-10 in favor of the Lumberjacks over the Kendrick Tigers. Been a high-paced, action-packed game so far. Lumberjacks have strapped the lead up to 5 at one point. The Tigers have battled back. Not that 5 is an extraordinary lead. St. Mary's goes back onto the court with the same guys they ended the first period with. St. Mary's will have the possession to start the second period. Been 2 ties and 1 lead change so far. Jack Barta controls it for St. Mary's. Takes it across the timeline, kicks it to the corner to Gustav on the left side. Gustav to Year Out, looking for some room. Finds it, penetrates, shot up and good by Year Out. Nice move by Year Out to find an open lane down the center of the paint and is able to take it up and put it in. 14-10, St. Mary's with the lead. Raleigh has the ball for the Tigers. Swings it over to the right side to Twite. Twite to the free throw line, kicks the ball back out, shot up and on the way from Hudson Kirkland. It's good from three-point range. 14-13, St. Mary's with the lead. Year Out, leans on the defender, gets hold up at the short corner, bad pass. Going to get a steal by the Tigers. Turnover by Year Out. Going to have the ball back into the corner, left side. Raleigh with the three-pointer won't go. Rebound goes to Gustav. I got to get Gustav checked into the game. Lumberjacks set their offense. Down to the left side, looking for a cutting Ribrick. Ribrick will go up, fouled, and the shot is no good. Allison Landon Ribrick to the charity stripe for St. Mary's. Again, a little bit of a give and go type of action. They had the ball on the left side on the wing, and Landon cut to the bucket. Had some contact there from Maddox Kirkland. Second foul on Maddox. Ribrick to the charity stripe. I think it's his first time to the free throw line on the season as well. No, 67% from the free throw line, and he makes the first one. 15-13, 2-point lead for the Lumberjacks. Ribrick lines up the next one. Shot is up. Going to get a lane violation on St. Mary's, so the shot doesn't count. Lumberjacks, I think it might have been Sloper getting off the blocks a little too early on that shot. Lumberjacks putting some pressure in the backcourt. Now they back out of it. Bringing it across is Hudson Kirkland. Swings it to Silflo. Silflo gives it up to the number 3 of Kep. Tigers with a little bit of a action out around the perimeter. Lumberjacks in a man defense. Back into the hands of Silflo. Top of the key they go. Still working. Oh, losing his footing. Slipped. It was Hudson Kirkland. Was able to not get called for travel and find an outlet for the ball. Down to the corner. Three-pointer on the way. Off the front of the rim. Won't go. Gustav is able to pull down the rebound. Lumberjacks will push it ahead. Actually, they slowed it down. Barta has it in the backcourt still. Takes it across the timeline. Midcourt circle. Works his way right. Gets it up to Gustav. Gustav to the top of the key. Back to Barta. Barta over the top to Sloper, working in the low post. Sloper spins around the defense, puts it up and good. Sloper faked to the outside, went baseline, and cast it in off the glass. It's 17-13, 4-point lead for the Jacks. Kirkland with the ball. He hands it off to Kep. Back to Kirkland. It's Hudson. Hudson with a floater. Shot won't go. Ball tipped around. Year Out, or Gustav with the rebound. 17-13. Pass down to, oh, beautiful, but it didn't go in. It was a over the head pass to Year Out as Year Out drove the lane, but he missed the shot on the layup. Going to be a foul call the other way on the shot against the Lumberjacks. And it'll be Jack Barta's second foul. It'll send the number 4 of Twite to the free throw line, 1 for 2. First free throw is up and good by Twite. Jack Barta comes out. Brock Barta checks in. Next shot up. Nice touch. Perfect shot. Twite missed his first free throw of the night, but he's 3 for 3 since then. Lumberjacks have it. 17-15 score. St. Mary's leads. JJ Year Out. Going to drive, and JJ gets called for another charge. Second foul on Year Out. They're going to bring Year Out for a minute. Jackson Harold checks in. JJ tried to drive baseline from the right side. Defender got in there and slid into place in time to draw the second charge of the contest. 5:05 to go in the half. 17-15, tight ball game. Tigers have led once. Make it. Nope, that one is off the mark. Three-pointer rebound to the Tigers, though. It was an air ball, but in perfect position was kept to get the rebound. Three-pointer from Silflo from the left or the right side. It's no good. Rebound going to be picked up by Ribrick, and Lumberjacks back the other way. Harold to Sloper. Sloper left wing. Sloper spins, drives all the way in, gets stood up, got guys all around him. He's still going to try to go up strong. Can't get the shot to fall. The ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touched by the Tigers. Give Lumberjacks a team rebound there. Ball never actually touched the rim, so the shot clock is at 20. Lumberjacks inbound. Brock Barta out to Landon. Landon Holmes triggers the three, or Landon Ribrick triggers the three and knocks it down. Barta with the assist. Landon Holmes graduated last year. 20-15, St. Mary's with the lead. Tigers trigger a three. It's kept. That shot is off the mark. Sloper goes up for the rebound. Lumberjacks take it back ahead. Going to hand it off to Brock Barta. Brock on the right side of the floor in no man's land. He's going to get it back over to Gustav up near the volleyball line. Now back to Harold into Sloper. Sloper out to Barta. Barta for three. It's on the mark. Kind of in and out. Rebound to the Tigers. 15-20. St. Mary's trails. Going to get a timeout taken by the Tigers. It's a 30-second timeout. 20-15, St. Mary's leads. 3:41 to go in the half. We'll be back.
Jaw-dropping stunts, high-flying tricks, heart-pounding excitement. Nitro Circus is back. The all-new off-the-rails tour. Gravity-defying thrill seekers and world-class daredevils at the top of their game. FMX, BMX, skate, scooter, and everything in between. Experience all-new competitions that pit the best against the best in never-been-done showdowns. Nitro Circus, Saturday, December 13th, Spokane Arena. Join the action at SeatGeek.com.
And we are back. 3:41 to go before the half. St. Mary's leads 20-15 over the visiting Kendrick Tigers. The Kendrick Tigers defending 2A state champs from last year. This is a very good test for the Lumberjacks. So far, St. Mary's has held the lead. Lead is by 5. Tigers have it corner left side. Looking to the low post. Spinning is Raleigh. Shot is up. It's short. In the game for St. Mary's is Marcus Speakman. Marcus pulls down that rebound. Lumberjacks have it, right wing, Harold. Now to Speakman. Swings it to Barta. Barta working on the left wing for the Lumberjacks. Backs to Harold. St. Mary's still working the perimeter. Sloper going to try to drive. Gets stood up underneath. They're going to say he shuffled his foot. Going to call it a travel on Sloper. Xavier had kind of a look on his face like he didn't think he had traveled. Harold going to come off. He was limping a little bit, like and holding his back. Hopefully Jackson is okay. He made a couple of buckets already today. He has got 4 points on the night. Hopefully he can get whatever that is stretched out. Maybe it's just a little bit of a tweaked muscle in the back. Look, Tigers have the ball, right side of the floor, top of the key, working it around. Now to the left side, they get an entry into the paint, out to Silflo. Silflo drives, loses the handle, and we're going to get I'm going to call it a steal by Sloper. Turnover by the Tigers. Into Speakman. Speakman, he's going to go up, puts the shot up and over his defender. Shot won't fall. Good look. Rebound goes to the Tigers, though. Tigers work the ball up top, swing it to the left corner. That's into the hands of Dwight. Back up to the top they go. Lumberjacks again, I think, in a man defense. Tigers going to trigger the three. That's Nathan Dwight. Shot off the back of the rim. It's no good. Rebound to Ribrick. Brock Barta will bring it slowly across the timeline for the Lumberjacks. 2 minutes to go in the half. 20-15, St. Mary's leads it. Over to Ribrick. Ribrick's three won't go. Sloper with the rebound. Sloper with the putback, and it's up and good. 22-15. St. Mary's stretches their lead a little bit more. 7-point lead for St. Mary's, largest lead in the game they've had. The Tigers have it, working it on the right side. Bringing it to the top of the key is Twite. He hands it off. It's into the hands of Kep. Kep works left, hands the ball to Silflo. Silflo gets it out to Hudson Kirkland. Again, working on the right side of the floor. Now they switch it left side. Three-pointer on the way by Kep. It's off the mark. Rebound goes to Sloper. Lumberjacks will slow it down a little bit. Minute 15 to go in the half. Again, 22-15, St. Mary's leads it. Back to Sloper. Sloper to the left side of the floor, next to the sideline. Now he goes back to the top, up to the free throw line. Gets his defender away from him. Puts a little jump shot up. It won't fall. Rebound goes to Kendrick. Kendrick quickly the other way. Sloper going to reach from behind, deflect that ball out of bounds. The possession will stay with Kendrick, but good defense by Sloper, as I believe it was Silflo going to drive baseline from the right side, and Sloper just happened to be in the right spot to poke that ball out. Going to get a timeout taken by the Lumberjacks before the inbound. It's a 30. And we will keep it right here as well, I guess we will. Once again, you can catch the action right here on 1240 KOFE AM on your radio dial. You can also find us on YouTube, on our YouTube stream with audio. Or if you're on the NFHS network, we also provide the play-by-play on there as well. And when we have the proper internet connection, we also have TikTok Live. But today our internet was not cooperating with us, so we canned the TikTok Live for the afternoon. Lumberjacks and the Kendrick Tigers. Next week, the Lumberjacks Friday, Saturday will be at Rockford, Washington for a tournament. They'll be taking on Liberty and Rockford, a couple of tough Washington schools. Lumberjacks, or Tigers, get it in. Shot is going to be blocked by Ribrick. The possession will stay with Kendrick, though. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by St. Mary's. Tigers have been held to 15 points in the first half. Tigers averaging around 70 points per game on the season. Raleigh will trigger it in. Corner. Left side. Now they reverse it around to the right side. Down to the corner. Back to Raleigh. Raleigh works it towards the top of the key. Gets the ball off. Now the ball is in the hands of Hudson Kirkland. He's going to swing it to the near side to Raleigh. Raleigh working left wing. He's going to try to drive against Sloper. Sloper, good defense, bodying him up. Now back to the wing. 1 second on the shot clock, and the Tigers are going to turn the ball over. Stiff defense from the Lumberjacks inside. I have one of our coaches trying to tell the score table they need to stop the clock. The ball was turned over. Marcus Speakman's going to come out after some solid minutes. Coming back in for the last little bit is J.J. Yearout with 23 seconds on the clock. St. Mary's going to see if they can get one more bucket in before the half. Jack Barda is into the game as well. Sloper has it, gets a screen, drives the lane, shot up. He's going to get called for the charge. The Tigers doing a good job of getting in there and getting set defensively to draw the charges. That is the second foul on first foul on Sloper. Sloper, boy, they made, let's see, JJ came out, Jackson in, Ribrick came out, Speakman in. I believe that's the only substitution changes I see. No, Jack Barda also out, Brock Barda in. Going to have a shot put up at the buzzer. It's no good. And that's how we'll finish the first half of action. St. Mary's leads the Tigers 22-15. I have to believe that the Tigers haven't faced the first half deficit this season. So they're going to go in and see if they can't make some adjustments here before halftime or at halftime. And we will step away, take a break. We'll come back with with some stats here after some words from our sponsors.
Nothing comes easy. Every day, every dollar, every decision. So your finances should work just as hard as you do. With a free Ascend checking account from P1FCU, you can earn real rewards for the work you're already doing. No gimmicks, just better banking. Because around here, dividends are for the doers. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's.
When you think of PotlatchDeltic, you might think logs or lumber. When I think about PotlatchDeltic, I think of family, community, compassion. You see, PotlatchDeltic is more than some company in St. Mary's. PotlatchDeltic is a community supporter in more ways than one. Whether it's donating to a fundraiser or nonprofit group, or giving a high schooler a summer job that could very well turn into a career, PotlatchDeltic is there for our community. We, for one, want to thank PotlatchDeltic for what they do and hope that you will also. PotlatchDeltic, proud supporters of, well, St. Mary's.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Idaho. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSAA and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Well, well, well. Are you in need of a reputable, experienced, and knowledgeable well drilling and pump company? Look no further than Interstate Drilling and Pump. Interstate Drilling and Pump drills new wells, deepens existing wells, installs and repairs pumps, and does well testing both for water quality and gallons per minute. Interstate Drilling and Pump has 24 plus years of experience and serves from Moscow to Rathdrum and the Silver Valley. Well,
I know, it's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. It's just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium, St. Mary's, with a 22-15 lead over the Tigers here at half. St. Mary's outscored the Tigers 10-5 in the second period of play. Taking a look at the stats first as the team stats, we'll look at the Kendrick Tigers team stats first. The Tigers having a tough time with the Lumberjack defense tonight so far. Just 27% from the field, from 2-point range for Kendrick. They are shooting just 13% from 3-point range. They are 2 of 15 from downtown. The overall field goal percentage for the Tigers, 19%. Free throw shooting, 75% for the Tigers. They have just 13 rebounds, 5 offensive, 8 defensive rebounds. They committed 5 fouls in the first half and just turned the ball over 4 times. For the Lumberjacks, they shot 47% from 2-point range in the first half, 29% from 3-point range, and a paltry 41% from the field, which is actually a solid number, and a low 40% from the charity stripe. So St. Mary's just 2 of 5 from the free throw line in the first half. Again, need to clean up those free throws. But anyways, overall, everything going pretty good so far for the Lumberjacks, though, except for their free throw shooting. 20 rebounds, 5 offensive, 15 defensive. Lumberjacks had 5 first half fouls. The Lumberjacks had 5 first half turnovers. St. Mary's with 4 points off the bench. The Tigers with no points off the bench. Foul numbers, I think St. Mary's has a couple of guys with 2. J.J. Yearout has 2, and Jack Barta with 2. The Tigers, about the same. Nobody in real foul trouble. Raleigh has 2 fouls. Maddox Kirkland with 2 fouls. Cade Silflo for 2 fouls. Both teams playing pretty good defense. St. Mary's just giving the Tigers a little bit more fits on the defensive side. St. Mary's able to keep the Tigers from being able to get a lot of penetration into the lane and forcing them to have to take threes. And they're not being able to knock them down so far. So individually for the Tigers, they've got 3 guys on the scoreboard. Raleigh has 5 points. Nathan Twite with 5 points, and Hudson Kirkland with 5 points in the first half. Over to the Lumberjacks individually. St. Mary's has 6 guys finding the bottom of the net. 6. Leading scoring is Isaiah Gustav with 5. 4 points for Harold, 4 points for Ribrick, Sloper with 4 points. Jack Barta has 3, and J.J. Yearout sitting with just 2 points at the moment. When St. Mary's played Potlatch, J.J. had about 2 points or 4 points in the first half and came alive and scored 10 in the second half. We all know that J.J. can go off at any point in time. And again, though, it's just proven tonight that St. Mary's scoring depth is pretty wide with who can score on any given night, as J.J. has a total of 27. He has 39 points in the first 2 games of the season, averaging 20 points per game. But tonight he's a little bit off to a little bit of a slower start with 2 points. So we'll see what JJ can do in the second half. But honestly, we don't need him to necessarily turn it up too much if the other guys are coming out and making a point for that. The Tigers are going to have to find out what they can do to get some inside shots, because their 3-point shooting isn't working so far for them. And they're just going to have to see what they can do against this Lumberjack defense. But right now, St. Mary's with the advantage, 22-15. We've got just under 3 minutes until the game gets going again. The boys are back out on the floor for St. Mary's. And we'll take a break, come back with the second half of action from Lumberjack Gymnasium.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau Insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life. Plus, they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Jaw-dropping stunts, high-flying tricks, heart-pounding excitement. Nitro Circus is back. The all-new off-the-rails tour. Gravity-defying thrill seekers and world-class daredevils at the top of their game. FMX, BMX, skate, scooter, and everything in between. Experience all-new competitions that pit the best against the best in never-been-done showdowns. Nitro Circus, Saturday, December 13th, Spokane Arena. Join the action at SeatGeek.com.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So Les Schwab Tires makes my job easy. With services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Those cheap tire centers just throw on tires. That's it. Now, I'm not telling people how to do their job. Linker. I'm just glad Les Schwab takes safety as seriously as me.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing since 1952.
It's in Park, right?
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
And we are back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Lumberjacks on the floor. We've got Jack Barta, J.J. Yera, Isaiah Gustav, Landon Ribrick, and Xavier Sloper, the first starting five, original starting five for Lumberjacks. The Tigers breaking their huddle around their coach. They will get the first possession of the second half as they will switch directions. The Tigers going left to right now on your radio dial or on your screen if you were watching it on the NFHS network. Lumberjacks look to be, I think St. Mary's setting up in a man defense again. Tigers have the ball in. Working the ball around the horn, left wing. Handed off still on that left side. Swing, trying to switch to the right side. JJ jumps the pass, though, gets the steal. JJ tries to feed it over to Sloper, and Sloper has that ball, I think, kind of tapped away a little bit, and he tries to regather it in, pulls it off of his leg, and it'll go out of bounds, turnover St. Mary's. Lumberjacks almost had a transition opportunity there, couldn't quite finish it. Tigers have the ball back on the right wing. Hudson Kirkland gets the ball out to White. White with a jump shot from in the paint. It's up and good. Tigers will score first in the second half. 22-17, St. Mary's leads it. Jack Barta picks up the dribble on the right wing, gets it out to Year Out. Year Out over to Rib. Ribrick to Barta. Barta with the three. The shot's no good, but he'll be fouled. And Barta will head to the charity stripe to shoot 3 free throws. That foul is going to go against Cade Silflo. That'll be his first one. Jack Barta to the free throw line, struggled in Sandpoint against the charity stripe. He is still 0% from the free throw line. See if he can change that here tonight as he makes the first one. I think he was 0 for 4 in Sandpoint. I don't think he went to the charity stripe against Potlatch. Second free throw on the way for Barta. First one is up and good. See if Barta can make the third one. Third free throw up and good. Gives St. Mary's a 25-17 lead over the Tigers. Tigers have the ball up top. Left wing now. Back to the top. Swinging to the right wing. Working it around the perimeter. Now they try to feed it into the low post. That is going to be capped. He loses his footing and turns the ball over. Loses footing, tried to force a pass out. St. Mary's there to get it. Year Out has it left side. Gets it up to the top to Barta. Barta looking for a screen. Gonna get it. Kicks it out to Year Out. Year Out head fake from 3. Oh, has the ball stolen away. Good defense by the Tigers. Getting a hand in there and swiping that ball away. Shot up. No good from Kendrick the opposite direction. Going to get a rebound to Barta, but Barta just heaves it up there and is going to turn the ball over. Tigers have it up top. Swings it to the right side. Now back to the top of the key. Now to the left wing. Top of the key again. 3 on the way by Raleigh. Raleigh's going to knock that three-pointer down with the assist. Second three-pointer of the game for Raleigh. 25-20. St. Mary's leads. Gustav controls on the left side now for the Lumberjacks. Gets it to Sloper. Sloper double-teamed. Backs it back out. Gets it to Gustav. 18 on the shot clock. Jack Barta has it. Lumberjacks setting up a new play. Barta calls for a screen. Going to get a twin look for the screen. Going to get a three-pointer on the way. Up and good by Sloper. Barta with the assist. St. Mary's 28, Tigers 20. Tigers working top of the key. Picking up the dribble was Hudson. Kirkland, he's going to swing it over to Silflo. Now back to the wing, left side to the corner. Back up to this corner, to the wing. Little head fake by Raleigh. Raleigh steps into the lane, kicks the ball back out. Three-pointer on the way from the right side, left side. And that is Hudson Kirkland knocking down his second 3 of the game. Tigers not going to go away quietly, we know that. 28-23, St. Mary's lead is 5. Sloper has the ball. Going to skip it in to Gustav. A little bit bad pass there. The Tigers going to save it back in off of St. Mary's. The Tigers deflected at first. And I didn't see who the player was for the Tigers that save that ball in off of Gustav. So the Tigers will get a chance here to cut this lead even more. 28-23, the lead is just 5 for St. Mary's. Tigers have it on the right wing. Back to the top of the key, now to the left side. Back to the top. That's Raleigh. Raleigh stood up, gets the ball back to Kirkland. Kirkland going to drive. Shot won't fall, but he'll be fouled. And Ribrick will pick up foul number 2, I believe. No, foul number 1 for Landon. That'll send Maddox Kirkland to the charity stripe for the first time today. First free throw is up. Front of the rim, it is no good. Going to get a breather is Landon Ribrick. Marcus Speakman checking in. Marcus had some solid minutes there at the end of the first half. Kirkland Maddox lines up the second free throw. Shot on the way. That one off the front of the rim, leaves it short as well. Rebound goes to Sloper. Lumberjacks bring it the other way, 28-23. Harold going to check in for the Lumberjacks in a moment. Pass up to Barta. Tigers tried to telegraph that one. Going to get a shot up and no good by Sloper from three-point range. Fight for the loose ball. It's going to come off of St. Mary's. It'll be Tiger ball. Sloper gets a breather, as does Jack Barta. Brock Barta comes in. And also Jackson Harold. Lumberjacks on defense. Tigers have the ball left side, looking for the give and go. Shot is up and good. That is Hudson Kirkland. Back to a three-point lead. Deep three from Year Out. Shot won't go. The Tigers again save the ball in off of St. Mary's. So the Tigers will get the benefit of basically a team rebound there. Lumberjacks lead is only 3, 28-25. They've led by as many as 7. Tigers with the ball. Working right side this time. It's Kirkland, Maddox Kirkland. Looking to get it to the low post. Year Out with the steal. Year Out with the layup on the opposite side on the quick fast break. Tigers again working on the right side. Hudson Kirkland picks up his dribble, gets it out to Twite. Twite on the right wing. Top of the key now to Raleigh. Raleigh gets it back up to Silflo. Working down to the right side. Bad pass by the... a bad pass that turned into a gift foul coming from Speakman. Speakman got a little bit of a push there in the back of the Tiger player that was down on the blocks. St. Mary's almost had a turnover from Kendrick. Lumberjacks going a little bit more size as Gustav comes out, checking in the 6'7" Ribrick. Tigers will inbound from baseline into the corner. White triggers the three. It's short. Rebound goes to Ribrick. Ribrick to Barta. That's Brock Barta. Brock brings it up the floor for the Lumberjacks. He'll control the point. Going to kick it out to Year Out. Year Out. Contested three just off the front of the rim. And we get a foul on the rebound. And that'll be against Brock Barta. Brock picks up his first. Third team foul for the Lumberjacks here in the third. Tigers have scored 10. St. Mary's has scored 8 here in the second half. Tigers with the ball up top, swinging it to the right side. Now looking inside. Going to spin, tries to make a move, turns the ball over, but then St. Mary's turns it over the other way. Kendrick with a steal. Coming the other way, we're going to get a foul against the Lumberjacks that might go against JJ. That is the fourth foul on St. Mary's. Third for JJ. JJ is going to have to come out. Probably won't see JJ until the fourth now with 3 fouls. Inbound to the corner for the Tigers. Back up to the top of the key. St. Mary's 30, Tigers 25, 2:25 to go in the third. Ball is in the hands of Raleigh. Raleigh up top, swings it to the right wing. Still working around that perimeter. Raleigh back to the left or the right side. Kirkland back to Raleigh. Raleigh gets a little bit of a look at three. It won't go. Rebound goes to Harold. Harold still a little bit limping out there, but he's battling through it. Bringing it across for St. Mary's is Jack Barta. He's going to work to the right side, hands it off to Harold. Harold hands it off to Brock. A little bit of a weave up top for the Lumberjacks. Back over to Barta. Barta with three. It's on the way, no good, but he's fouled. Coming in and putting his body into him, unintentionally, with Raleigh. That'll be his third foul. It'll put Brock to the free throw line again to shoot 3 free throws. He got fouled on the right wing earlier in the second half. First free throw on the way. That one's up and good for Barta. Second free throw on the way. That one's good as well. (32-25). St. Mary's stretches their lead back out. 7-point lead now. Matches their largest lead of the contest. Third free throw on the way. That one's nothing but net. Lumberjacks with an 8-point lead, 33-25. Largest lead of the contest for the Lumberjacks. Again, there's been 2 ties and 1 lead change. Tigers led by 1 or 2 early on. Haven't seen the lead in a while now. Tigers have the ball inside, back out left side. Now into the short corner. Cutter up the middle, shot up. No good. Tried for the putback. It didn't go. Rebound to Barta. Jack Barta, that is. He's going to bring it back up the floor. 1:19 to go in the third. 33-25. St. Mary's leads the Tigers. Brock holds it for a second on the far sideline. Hands it off to, well, it's back into the hands of Jack Barta. Let's put it that way. Back into Brock. Brock hands off to Jack. Jack stutter steps in the left corner. Gets trapped. Hands it out. Kicks the ball back out to Brock. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Brock triggers the three. It's going to be short. Had to kind of force that one up. Rebound to the Tigers. Tigers, little stutter left side. Kicks it to the top of the key. It's going to be Maddox. No, it's not Kirkland. It's a three-pointer from the opposite side. No good. Rebound to Speakman. Again, the Tigers taking more threes than short-range, mid-range jumpers. They're still taking more three-pointers in this one. In the second half. Not being able to knock them down. 33-25. St. Mary's with the lead. Harold hands it off to Jack Barta. Jack in front of his bench. Shot clock is on. 13 seconds on the clock. Got a 3-second differential. 16 on the clock itself. Barta to Speakman. Speakman counts the bucket and the foul. Nice dish by Barta. Speakman with the pump fake draws contact and finishes it off with 2 and the potential for the 3-point play. Third foul against Maddox Kirkland. That'll send Speakman to the free throw line. I believe it's the first time for him at the charity stripe this season. That's double checked. No, he is 50% from the charity stripe. So he's either 1 for 1 or 2, 1 for 2 or 2 for 1, something like that. 1 for something like that. And he's going to miss the free throw. Rebound to Kendrick. They've got 6 seconds. With the ball is Hudson Kirkland. He's going to try to get free. Powers one up at the buzzer. Knocks it down from 3-point range. Nice shot by Hudson Kirkland. He's got 3 3-pointers in the contest. 35-28. St. Mary's with a lead going into the fourth period. Still anybody's game. We'll be back.
If you want the best, you hire the best. Top Grade Roofing and Construction has over 25 years of experience and is licensed and insured. Top Grade Roofing and Construction can and will build just about anything. Need a deck? They can do it. Need siding? Yep. How about a fence? Of course. I mean, Top Grade Roofing and Construction might even build you a chicken coop if you ask. That's Top Grade Roofing and Construction. Call Vince for a free consultation at 208-269-3111. That's 208-269-3111. Top grade roofing and construction.
You're listening to Lumberjack Sports on KOFE 1240 AM, St. Mary's, Idaho. North Idaho's classic hits.
And we're back, getting ready to start the final frame of what's been an exciting game. St. Mary's has controlled the lead for pretty much most of the game. There was one lead change and 2 ties in the first period. The lead for the Lumberjacks is at 7 points. St. Mary's is led by 8. Each team scored 13 in the second half, or in the third quarter. That was the largest scoring quarter for the Tigers on the night so far. Well, no, because they had 10 in the first quarter. Yeah. So the Lumberjacks will start with the first possession of the final period. Let's see who we got on for the Lumberjacks. We'll go with that for right now. Shot on the way, 3-pointer. Jack Barta airballs that one. Have to believe that Isaiah is on as well. So the original starters for St. Mary's. A little bit of backcourt pressure from the Tigers. 35-28. St. Mary's leads early fourth. Kirkland Hudson takes it to the right side. Dishes it over to the left wing now into the hands of Kep. Back over to Raleigh. Raleigh triggers the 3. Oh, nice shot by Raleigh from the right side. Right. Raleigh with 3 3-pointers on the night. It's a 4-point lead for the Lumberjacks. Tigers have cut it down to 3 at one point. St. Mary's always makes a little bit of a run to stretch it back out. JJ has it. He's going to drive left side. Tries to go up around the defense. Shot is too high off the glass. Rebound goes to the Tigers. JJ hoping to draw some contact. Didn't get any. Tigers still trying to work against that St. Mary's, mostly a man defense. Tigers have the ball up top, 35-34. Swinging it to the left side. 3-pointer on the right side. Colt Kep with the 3, no good, but we're going to get a foul call here. They may have just sent Kep to the free throw line to shoot 3, or maybe it was on the, no, it's not on the rebound. That foul goes against Ribrick. That'll be Landon's second foul. And I believe 3 free throws coming for the Tigers. Tigers have struggled a little bit from the charity stripe. Ty Kep's first trip there tonight. He misses the first one. I think they're 3 out of 7 from the free throw line. They were 75% in the first half. Second free throw is good. Makes it to a 3-point deficit for the Tigers. Third free throw on the way. That one's going to rattle around and fall through. It's the closest the Tigers have been in a bit. They are down by 2, 35-33. See how the Lumberjacks respond here. St. Mary's has pulled the lead back out every time so far. JJ is going to trigger the deep 3 off the rim. No good. I'm not sure if Coach Chase wanted him to take that 3 or not, but Coach Chase going to take a timeout here. See how long this timeout is. It is going to be a full timeout. 35-33, St. Mary's leads it, but narrowly. We'll be back.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet, to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time. Hugh and Margie Gannon of St. Mary's are proud to support the Lumberjacks and this Lumberjack Sports broadcast. The Gannons want to wish the Lumberjacks the best of luck this sports season and want you to know that they are proud of you. The Gannons say, go Lumberjacks!
And we are back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. 6:26 to go in the fourth. St. Mary's holds on to a 35-33 lead over the Tigers. Kendrick's only lead so far has come in the first half of the first quarter of action. They are in the verge of at least tying it once again. They've had 2 ties so far tonight. Tigers down the right side. Raleigh working against JJ. Little push there. No call. Tigers working to the right side. Looking to pass it into the corner, the short corner. Driving, pushing his way in Dwight. He's going to go up. Shot's no good, but he'll get fouled, and they're going to get Isaiah with foul number 1 for Gustav. Second team foul for St. Mary's. It will send the number 4 of Dwight to the free throw line. He is 3 for 4 tonight. Chance for the Tigers to tie it. That one looked like it was going to be off the mark, but it somehow rattles in. He's been 4 for 4 since missing his first free throw, has Dwight. Second free throw, and that one is going to miss. Tipped around, rebounded by Gustav. 35-34. St. Mary's still has the lead. Lumberjacks have not scored, though, here in the fourth. Almost 3 minutes gone in the fourth. The Tigers have been able to keep St. Mary's from finding the bottom of the net. JJ at the elbow, picks up his dribble, looking for somebody to get the ball to. Gets it to Rib. Rib hands it off to Sloper. Sloper working right side. Kicks it out to Gustav. Gustav drives, little floater, can't get the shot to go, gets his own rebound. Lumberjacks will reset it. That ball just short, kissed off the front of the rim. Barta has the ball. Kendrick playing a little bit more of a tight man defense. This looks like them as well. JJ's going to drive from the right side, steps in. There's going to be a blocking foul this time called against the Tigers. That one was close. I thought it might have been another charge being called, but Lumberjacks get the benefit of that one. I think the foul goes against Raleigh, and that is foul number 4 for him. JJ to the charity stripe. I think he's been there today, I don't remember how many of them he made. 44% on the season from the free throw line is year out. Chance stretches back to a 3-point lead. He does knock down the first. 36-34. The lead is 2 in favor of St. Mary's. Year out lines up the next one. Shot on the way. That one's going to toilet bowl home, and St. Mary's retakes a 3-point advantage. No Lumberjacks in double digit yet. Got several close to it. Tigers have the ball. Working on the left side. Hand it off to Kep. Kep, top of the key, picks up his dribble. Looking for an outlet. Finds it in the corner. Tigers back up to the top now. Back to Kep. Slightly to the right. On the top of the key. Backs it out to Hudson Kirkland. Now to Maddox Kirkland. Kep thought about a 3. Drives instead. Shot no good. Rebound a year out. I think Gustav actually got a block there. Going to have a shot put up by Sloper. It won't go. Rebound went to Barta. Gustav with a shot. It won't go. Kendrick with the rebound. 37-34, still the score. St. Mary's up by 3. Kep has the ball. Takes it up the top. Hands it off to Hudson. Hudson swings it over to Dwight. I think Raleigh came out for a little bit with that 4th foul. Hudson Kirkland swings it. Oh, no, Raleigh is still in there. He's down on the right wing now. He's going to try to drive the lane, going up against Gustav. His shot is in and out. Rebound, though, the Tigers. St. Mary's jumped a little too early. Going to get a steal by Barta. A bad pass by the Tigers. St. Mary slows down their offense. Barta swings it to Ribrick. Ribrick back to Barta. Now down to Sloper. Sloper, turnaround jumper, knocks it down from the short corner on the right side. St. Mary stretches it back to a 5-point lead, 39-34. Hudson Kirkland with the ball. Top of the key. Swings it to the right, the left wing to Dwight. Back to the top and around the horn to the left side now, or to the right side. Cross-court pass. Deflecting that is going to be Ribrick. And getting the steal is Ribrick. Coming the other way. It's going to be a no good on the shot, but a foul called. That'll send Jack Barta back to the charity stripe. Foul number 4 against Maddox Kirkland. Puts Jack Barta to the free throw line. We're going to get a full timeout, though, taken by the Tigers. 39-34, St. Mary's leads. 3:10 to go in the contest. We'll be back.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff, and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the Hot Deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Jack Buell Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses. And most importantly, people. Jack Buell Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Buell Trucking.
And we are back, 39-34. St. Mary's holds on to a 5-point lead for the Lumberjacks. Jack Barta just got fouled by Maddox Kirkland. He'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Lumberjacks have made some substitutions. Sloper is out, as is Gustav. Free throw is up and good. Speakman and Jackson Harold into the game. 6-point lead for St. Mary's, 40-34. Every time Kendrick is cut it down, St. Mary's is able to make a little bit of a run on their own. Both free throws are good by Jack. Jack now with 11 points on the night. 41-34. St. Mary's makes a 7-point lead. Lumberjacks almost get a steal. Tigers have it, though. Left side of the floor. Kemp has it. Cross court to Raleigh. Raleigh stood up at the top. Gets it out to Hudson Kirkland. Tigers going to drive left side. Little floater. Up and good. That is Nathan White making the shot from the left side. Drives baseline. 41-36. Bringing it down slowly is Jack Barta. St. Mary's not going to hurry their offense at all. They've got 30 seconds they can burn off the clock. Barta at the midcourt circle. Calling out his signals. Gets it out to Harold. Harold with the weave up top to JJ. Trying to direct some traffic here for the play. JJ looking for the give and go. That ball is going to be taken away by the Tigers. Tigers coming the other way. Kirkland's going to drive, going to count the bucket and the foul. Foul went against Harold. Puts Maddox Kirkland to the free throw line for the and one. Harold came out. Sloper went in. Free throws made. Makes it a 2-point ball game once again. I got to see who is back in for St. Mary's. Gustav. There you go. Under 2 to go. It's just a 2-point ball game. Sloper has it. Right wing. Going to get it up to Year Out. Year Out to Gustav. Gustav back to Year Out. They're going to call it travel on Year Out. Again, Tigers still right in this one. Just when St. Mary's thinks they've extended that lead out enough to give them some breathing room, Kendrick comes battling back. 41-39 is the score. Now, St. Mary's has held Kendrick well below their typical points per game on the season. Kendrick has still kept St. Mary's in there close to the given up points, but St. Mary's, just the only difference is St. Mary's holds the lead at the moment. Kirkland has it. Swings it over, looking into the low post now from Raleigh. That's into the hands of Twite. Twite backing his way in. Shot is up. It's good by Twite. And that's our third tie of the contest. 41 all. St. Mary's brings the ball the other way. Over to Ribrick. Back up to Barta. Barta going to try to drive. Going to get a timeout taken by Coach Chase and the Lumberjacks with just over a minute left. It looks like it's a full 41 all with 1:08 to go. We'll be back.
Sometimes accidents happen. You never thought it would happen to you, but it did. Where can you turn for that friendly hand of support? Jack's Pharmacy is your good neighbor pharmacy in St. Mary's, where you'll find personalized care. Whether you need crutches, supports, wheelchairs, or even a hospital bed, Jack's is here for you. We service both Medicare and Medicaid. If you need durable medical equipment, come to Jack's, your good neighbor pharmacy, where you'll receive personalized service and attention.
(41-41). St. Mary's tied with the Tigers. 1:08 to go in the contest. St. Mary's with possession. Again, this game has been a yo-yo back and forth. St. Mary's stretches it out. The Tigers battle right back into it. So all Kendrick has really had to do is just keep themselves closed all game long, and they've been able to do so. St. Mary's. Barta has it, working on the right side. Barta picks up his dribble, gets it out to Yearout. Yearout setting up his offense. Going to look into Sloper. Sloper going to drive. Shot is up and good. Contested. I even thought there might have been contact. No foul, but the score is 43-41 in favor of the Lumberjacks. Under a minute to go. Tigers have it. Left side of the floor. Back to the top of the key to Twite. Now over to the right side. Rowley looking for a pass. Rowley goes to the ground. His crowd kind of thinking they might have gotten pushed, but not getting the call. With 15 on the shot clock, the Tigers take a timeout. 43-41. St. Mary's leads. We'll take it as well. It's a full.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benawash, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
And we are back. The Tigers will inbound, trailing 43-41 from baseline with 31 seconds on the clock, 15 on the shot clock. Tigers have it up top, working it around, guns all the way to the corner left side. Looking into the short corner, low post, backing his way in. Twite finds his teammate Maddox Kirkland, and they tie the game back up. 13 seconds to go. Tigers look like they're maybe trying to foul. Coach Chase takes a timeout. Whoops. And we'll take a quick timeout as well.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
For all of your area high school sports schedules, updates, and recaps, including Lakeside, Kootenai, and of course, St. Mary's High School, pick up your copy of the St. Mary's Gazette Record every Wednesday. Not only will they have game recaps and highlights for area high school sports action, but local news and information. St. Mary's Gazette Record, pick up a copy today.
And we are back, all knotted up, 43 apiece with about 13 seconds on the clock. St. Mary's playing for that final shot to either take the win or take it to overtime. Lumberjacks would definitely want to take the win right here, not have to go up against the Tigers in overtime. Kendrick has been just kind of finding their rhythm throughout the game. See what St. Mary's game plan here is with 13 on the clock. Into the backcourt to JJ. JJ is going to be fouled. Kind of surprised that they would foul. I don't know if he meant to foul, but that foul goes against Kirkland. That is only the third foul anyways. It doesn't put St. Mary's the free throw line. All it does was took time off the clock, honestly. And JJ is going to be fouled again. That's Kirkland. I almost think that they're fouling to give St. Mary's not enough time to try to get a shot off. And they're going, well, the problem is if they foul them one more time, there's not going to be a lot of time on the clock, and St. Mary's will have a chance to go to the free throw line. St. Mary's going to take another timeout. I thought they signaled for a full, but I don't know if they have a full. But we'll take it as well.
The name says it all. Taco About It. What is it, you may ask? It's the best taco truck in town. Might even be the only taco truck in town. If you like tacos, and who doesn't, then you need to stop by Taco About It, located at 128 South Highway 3 in St. Mary's, across the street from XXX Feeds. Taco About It has too many tacos to list, so you will just have to try them all. Call in your order 208-582-8533, or just stop by. Taco About It, located across the street from XXX Feeds in St. Mary's.
And we are back, 6.5 seconds on the clock. I don't think Kendrick will foul this time because it'll put St. Mary's the free throw line with not much time on the clock. So it'll make things harder on the Tigers. St. Mary's, Tigers want to force overtime, I think. Oh, JJ lets that ball go through his hands. Turnover on the Lumberjacks. Definitely not what you wanted. 5 seconds on the clock. Tigers now will play for the final shot. Getting a full timeout taken by Kendrick. 43 all, 5 seconds in the fourth. We'll be back.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjacks.
If you know which side of a saw cuts wood, and if you can hammer a nail, you can do it yourself. Carpentry, construction, finishing, or framing, around here, you've got it made. You've got 10th Street Lumber. At 10th Street Lumber, we have the answers to your building and repair project questions. Every day, 10th Street Lumber helps homeowners get quality results. For lumber, power tools, fixtures, everything you need for a professional job. Don't pick up a nail until you shop 10th Street Lumber. 10th Street Lumber on the corner of 5th and Railroad Avenue in St. Mary's.
And we're back, 5.1 on the clock. The Tigers with the ball after St. Mary's turns it over in the corner. Don't want to have that turnover be the most costly turnover of the game if you're St. Mary's. Lumberjacks are going to put on full court press so they don't give the Tigers any chance to get that. Oh, they're going to foul. Isaiah is going to foul, which will make Kendrick take it out again with 3.7 on the clock. But St. Mary's doesn't want to foul again now. Tigers get it in. Working, jump shot, no good at the buzzer, and we will go to overtime. We'll take a break as we come back with the overtime period.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all of your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. Fall is coming and, of course, cold weather. Now's the time to stock up on a few things. XXX Feeds has magnetic wood pellets in stock, and it's never too early to be ready for the cold weather. XXX Feeds also has alfalfa in stock as well as straw. And if you have some four-legged woodland friends that look a little hungry, XXX Feeds can keep you loaded up on deer feed and deer blocks. Don't wait until the last minute. Stop by XXX Feeds in St. Mary's today.
And we are back. We'll get 4 minutes of extra basketball at the minimum here today. They will re-jump for the ball. St. Mary's has Year out with 3 fouls. The Tigers have Rowley with 4 and Maddox Kirkland with 4. Midcourt circle, we've got Nathan Twite and JJ Year out. Lumberjacks will control the opening tip of the overtime period. Now St. Mary's can kind of slow down a little bit. Tigers are going to put on some good defense. What do we got now? I think the shot clock was not at the right time. Shows 25 on there. No way 10 seconds is ticked off when only 2 seconds have come off the actual game clock. So they should set that at, I'm assuming, 33. No, they didn't reset the shot clock. They left it at 25. So, maybe they didn't stop. Maybe they didn't start the actual game clock. Sloper going to work through traffic, and he'll be fouled. A little bit late on the foul, but he'll go to the free throw line. Cade Silflo picks up foul number 3. Lumberjacks a chance to reclaim the lead here. The Tigers still haven't led since the first quarter. Sloper knocks down now. Sloper with 12 points. I don't know what they've got going on. The official is over at the score table. I think maybe they're making sure they got the foul on the right kid. I'm not sure. Anyways, Sloper back it. Second shot on the way, knocks that one down. St. Mary's back up by 2, 45-43. Tigers take it the other way. It is Hudson Kirkland. Swings it over to the corner. Now to the right side, back to the left. Tigers have the ball. Silflo almost loses it. Back to Rowley. Down to the corner to Hudson Kirkland. Kirkland's going to drive. And he'll get a foul drawn. Jack Barta draws that foul. That'll be Jack's 3rd, and that'll send the Tigers back to the free throw line. Hudson Kirkland, though, has not been to the charity stripe, so we don't know what he's capable of from the free throw line. We'll see right now, to be honest. He's going to miss the first free throw. Second free throw on the way. That one's going to fall off the rim. It's no good. JJ Yearout ends up with the rebound after it got bumped around by several guys. And the Lumberjacks will bring it down, looking to extend this back to hopefully it's possibly a 4-point lead. Yearout, left wing, up to the top to Barta. Lumberjacks setting up their offense. Jack to JJ. 15 on the shot clock, up to Ribrick. Ribrick back to Yearout. 9 on the shot clock. JJ's just going to trigger the deep three. It's good. Way downtown. JJ Yearout gives the Lumberjacks an 8-point lead with the 3-point bucket. No threes bigger than that one for the Lumberjacks right now. Tigers have the pressure on them now. Kirkland has the ball. Wings it over to the left or the right side. Looking into Hudson. Hudson stood up at the low post, looking for somebody in the corner. His guy moved, ran baseline, and the turnover on the Tigers. He was hoping for that guy still standing on the left corner. That guy broke down the baseline right when he threw it over there, and it is a turnover on the Tigers. Barta brings it slowly down the floor for St. Mary's. Gets it across the timeline. Tigers extending their defense out to the way up above the top of the key. Sloper hands it off to Yearout. Yearout looking for a screen. Gets it from... Knocks it down. Gets the screen from Ribrick. Steps to the left. Knocks down another three. 51-43. St. Mary's stretches the lead to 11, I think. That's quick math, so don't judge me too hard. Tigers with the ball in the corner. What a game by this Kendrick Tigers team today, though. Still not over. Plenty of time. 3-pointer on the way by Raleigh, and it's up and good. What do we get underneath? It's the fourth three of the night for Raleigh. And there's a foul against Kendrick, I believe. Nathan Twite picks up his first, and it'll put St. Mary's to the free throw line. The foul was away from the action after the shot. Nice shot from Raleigh there. Hats off to that young man. He's knocked down 4 3-pointers tonight for the Tigers. Currently setting with 14 points. Hudson Kirkland with 9 and 13 as well. So those two guys really playing well for the Tigers. Gustav is the one fouled. He'll head to the free throw line for the bonus. St. Mary's leads at 51-46. 5-point lead for St. Mary's. Still plenty of time on the clock, though. And Gustav misses the first. 3 players in double digits for St. Mary's. Yearout with 12, Sloper 13, Jack Barta with 11. Second free throw on the way by Gustav. He's going to miss it. Rebound goes to the Tigers. I don't know why I've got... Okay, that's because I put too many 3-pointers up there. Driving right is Raleigh. Raleigh has it on the right side. Kicks it up to the top of the key to Kirkland. That is Maddox Kirkland. Looking into the low post. Hudson backs it back out to Maddox. Maddox drives. Shot is no good. On the layup. Rebound to Jack. Minute 14 to go. JJ drives all the way in. Finds the post at the high post. Ribrick. And picks up the assist as Ribrick passes it in. 53-46. Timeout taken by the Tigers. 1:02 to go in the game. 53-46. Lumberjacks lead it. Actually, 52 seconds in overtime. Or a minute 2 in overtime. It is a 30. We'll be back.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Idaho so special? They do. You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
And we are back. St. Mary's leads at 53-46 with a minute 2 to go in the contest. Still really anybody's game. That's not a large lead for the Lumberjacks. Tigers have it up top after the timeout. They hand it off to Silflo. Back to the wing. That's Twite. Twite, right side. Looks into the low post to Maddox. Maddox kicks it out. Corner three on the way. It's up and good by Rowley. Tigers are not going to go away. We're going to get another timeout. It is a full for the Tigers. We'll be back.
St. Joe Oil isn't just a fuel delivery company. They provide a much larger service than most people realize. St. Joe Oil can sell you a brand new Toyo oil stove and install it for you, and also keep your oil tank full. Not only that, St. Joe Oil plays a very critical role in our local industries. From logging to farming, St. Joe Oil keeps the fuel tanks full. From heating oil to off-road diesel and everything in between, call St. Joe Oil 208-245-2123. That's 208-245-2123. St. Joe Oil.
You're listening to Lumberjack Sports on KOFE 1240 AM, St. Mary's, Idaho. North Idaho's classic hit.
And we are back. What is it? That's under a minute to go. The Tigers trail by 4, 53-49. Again, they are not going away. You wouldn't expect them to either. This is a very tough Kendrick team. They come into tonight's game with a 4-0 record. They're going to be putting on a full court press, trying to limit St. Mary's from getting down the floor cleanly. Sloper's going to get it into Gustav. Gustav back to Sloper. Sloper ahead to Rib. Rib going to put it up and good. Assist from Sloper. 55-49, St. Mary's leads it. Tigers with it on the right side. Kirkland out to Raleigh. Three-pointer in and out. Rebound goes to Barda. Barda's fouled. The foul goes against Twite. I know that foul was on purpose because the Tigers need to keep time on the clock. They got 26 seconds, and they send Jack Barda to the charity strike. (55-49). St. Mary's with the 6-point lead. St. Mary's is only led by 8 at one point in the game. Jack's first free throw is up and good. If Coach Chase and the Lumberjacks can finish off this win here tonight, according to my numbers, it'll be Coach Chase's 200th win as the coach of the boys. Second free throw. That one's going to rim out. Rebound to the Tigers. Tigers taking it the other way. Nathan Twite triggers the three. Was it a three or was it two? It was a three. It is up and good. His first three of the game. Going to get another foul the other way as Kendrick again wanting to keep time on the clock. They fouled Jack Barda. He'll head back to the charity stripe. It's a 4-point lead for St. Mary's. That foul goes against Nathan Twite, his third. Jack Barda back to the free throw line. That's that one. 57-52, back to a 5-point lead for St. Mary's. Tigers held the Lumberjacks to just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Second free throw, good. 58-52, 6-point lead for St. Mary's. Tigers trying to get a quick three. It's Tate Silflo. It's no good. Rebound tipped around, grabbed by Sloper. And I believe a foul called with 3 seconds on the clock. Or no, it was not. Ball was out of bounds off of St. Mary's. So we're going to get a timeout taken by the Tigers with 3 seconds on the clock.
Jaw-dropping stunts, high-flying tricks, heart-pounding excitement. Nitro Circus is back. The all-new off-the-rails tour. Gravity-defying thrill seekers and world-class daredevils at the top of their game. FMX, BMX, skate, scooter, and everything in between. Experience all new competitions that pit the best against the best in never-been-done showdowns. Nitro Circus, Saturday, December 13th, Spokane Arena. Join the action at SeatGeek.com.
You're listening to Lumberjack Sports on KOFE 1240 AM, St. Mary's, Idaho, North Idaho's classic hits.
And we're back. 3.5 seconds on the clock. St. Mary's up by 6, 58-52 in overtime. Tigers with the ball. They took a quick 1 minute timeout. I don't think there's really a 6-point play designed with this much time on the clock, but the Tigers not going to quit. That's a nice entry pass. The shot is missed, though. Tigers get the rebound, and that's it. They can't do nothing. The win at St. Mary's is going to be the first loss for the Kendrick Tigers on the season. Hard-fought battle in overtime. And like I mentioned, if my numbers are correct, this should be win number 200 for Coach Chase at the helm of the Lumberjacks. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with our stats and our talk about it. Player of the game.
Mary's Realty is the St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
Whistle Stop Coffee and More has come a long way from the little shop on Railroad Avenue. How far? Not only did they upgrade their Railroad Avenue location, they added a second location. That second location for Whistle Stop Coffee and More is on 313 St. Joe River Road. Both locations offer tasty drinks of coffee, Red Bull, or Lotus Energy, and food options, from acai bowls to cookies and delicious bagel sandwiches. Whistle Stop Coffee and More is the perfect stop for a quick bite and a drink on your way to work or school. Whistle Stop Coffee and More in St. Mary's. Does your furry friend need a bath? Don't want to deal with the hassle and the mess from bathing your furry friend? Make an appointment with Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop today. Barks and Bubbles, located at 402 North 10th Street in St. Mary's, will have your furry friend looking and feeling like $1 million in no time. And guess what? No mess at home, no scratches, and no getting soaked from head to toe. Let Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop handle the work. Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop also offers pet boarding. Call for an appointment today at 208-245-5755. That's 208-245-5755. Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop in St. Mary's. There's a new shop on Main Street in St. Mary's. It's a gift shop. It's a home decor shop. It's a jewelry shop. It's a shop of bare necessities. Bare Necessities Trading Company is located at 822 Main Avenue in St. Mary's and has just about anything you could think of. From rocks and minerals to specialty foods, knives, and handcrafted soaps and lotions, there really is too much to list. So stop by at Bare Necessities Trading Company today and pick up a gift, something new for your house, or a cup of coffee. That's Bare Necessities Trading Company, located at 822 Main Avenue in St. Mary's.
It's the 12 Deals of Christmas at the Country Fair on Main Street in St. Mary's. And the savings are big, like 40% off all Columbia and 40% off all camo. Whether you're starting or finishing your Christmas shopping, you'll find gifts, gear, and stocking stuffers for everyone on your list. Plus, tons of in-store specials you'll have to see to believe. Come check out the selection and the prices. You won't be disappointed. The Country Fair right on Main Street in St. Mary's. When you gotta go, make sure you're good to go with St. Joe Potty Huts. From construction sites to community events, weddings to weekend gatherings, St. Joe Potty Huts keeps it clean, convenient, and odor-free. Local, dependable, and fast. Your restroom solution is just a call away at 208-245-4887. For clean units, quick delivery, and service you can count on, choose St. Joe Potty Huts, serving St. Mary's and the St. Joe Valley. Call 208-245-4887 and keep your event running smoothly.
And we are back here. The Lumberjacks take the win in overtime, 58-52 over the visiting Kendrick Tigers. What a hard-fought ball game. St. Mary's goes to 2-1 in their record. The Tigers go to 4-1 overall. And let's take a look at the Tigers' stats real quick. First, they shot 38% from the field tonight. Not a bad number. From two-point range, pretty solid number. 33% from three-point range, 35% from the field. All very acceptable numbers, I would say, probably, if you're the coach. They did struggle a little bit at the free throw line. They were only 50% from the charity stripe overall. 21 rebounds for the Tigers. They had 8 offensive and 13 defensive rebounds, 15 fouls committed. They only turned the ball over 11 times. They scored 7 points off of St. Mary's turnovers, had 2 points off of the bench. Individually for the Tigers, leading scoring was Raleigh Rotzsander. He had 17 points on the night, 5 of those from three-point range. Nathan Twite, second in scoring with 15 points. 13 points for Hudson Kirkland, 3 three-pointers for him. 3 points for Maddox Kirkland, and off the bench, Colt Kep put up 2 points for the Tigers in their game this afternoon. For the Lumberjacks, they shot 47% from two-point range. Coach Chase will be happy with those numbers. Or actually 52% from, I got to look at the right number, 52% from two-point range. Coach Chase should be really happy with that number. 31% from three-point range, 44% overall from the field. Again, very solid and very happy with this number. 2 games in a row now for the Lumberjacks to be above 70% from the charity stripe. St. Mary's had 34 rebounds, 7 offensive, 27 defensive, 14 fouls committed, 13 turnovers. St. Mary's scored 7 points off of the Tigers' turnovers, and the bench contributed 6 points to the Lumberjacks' efforts tonight. Leading scoring for St. Mary's was Jack Barta. He finished 14 points on the night, 12 of those coming from the charity stripe, as he went 11 of 12 from the free throw line. Xavier Sloper had a great night, 13 points for him, 12 points for J.J. Yearout, 8 points for Landon Ribrick, 5 points for Isaiah Gustav, 4 points for Jackson Harold, 2 points for Marcus Speakman. In the rebounding side of things, Sloper led Isaiah led this team with the rebounds with 9, Sloper with 7, 5 for Jack Barta. So a good number for one of the shorter guys on the floor. 4 points for four rebounds per year out. Over to the assist side of things, year out with 2, Sloper with 2, 1 apiece for the Barta brothers. And steals, 1 for Jack Barta, 1 for Ribrick, 1 for Speakman, 1 for Sloper, 2 for year out. And we had a few block shots tonight. Ribrick pulled down or had 2 block shots on the afternoon. That brings us to our Taco Bout It player of the game, and it was really kind of tough to decide on this player of the game. Kind of had it narrowed down to 2 guys, and we're going to go ahead and stick with my original thought. We're going to go with Jack Barta as our Taco Bout It player of the game for tonight. Again, 14 points, 5 rebounds. He was 11 of 12 from the charity stripe, 1 steal and 1 assist for Jack Barta. So he's going to be our Taco Bout It player of the game for tonight. We hope that you enjoyed the game. Lumberjacks come away with the win, and we hope that you have a great weekend. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up here from Lumberjack Gymnasium. We'll see you next time. Lumberjack girls on the road to